Quinnipiac women's volleyball home game series wraps up on a loss to Manhattan in 5 sets. Welcome to the Rebound. I'm Katie O'Keefe alongside Eric Kerr. Eric, yesterday against Iona was a win for the Bobcats, today a loss. Two very different games. What are your takeaways from both?
Yeah, so I think the first game with Iona, it was a very high-paced, action-packed game on the offensive end for the Bobcats. They really killed it out there. One thing I noticed is a dynamic duo between Ariana Diaz and Maggie Baker. They were dynamic.
On fire.
On fire out there. Maggie was able to hit it from anywhere in the court she wanted to. It would be outside, back row, and it was just really fun to watch. Lydia Jones, Morgan Sherwin, they played really well up in the front row as well, so they took advantage of a pretty inexperienced Iona team. However, they did not carry over to Manhattan. Manhattan a little more experienced, even though coming in without a win in MAC play, was able to play really well on the defensive side. They were able to dig up a lot of what Quinnipiac threw at them in the offensive end. They were also able to put up some solid blocks on the Quinnipiac hitters as well. Their middle blockers were doing some big things up there. They're the two strongest swingers, and they're also doing it on the defensive side as well.
Definitely, very back and forth game here.
Of course, so obviously it was a 5-set game. Quinnipiac was up 2-1 going into that 4th set, and they ended up losing 3-2. Katie, what was the turning point here?
Like you mentioned, I think it's that 4th set. That was the moment that the Bobcats lost their energy. They put so much into that set, and they lost 28-26, so definitely a tough battle to lose. And I think they just lost momentum, and even Coach Robinson on the sidelines, he was saying to the players, look at your language, your body language, your facial expressions. And I think that was just the telltale sign. So that was the turning point for me. But moving ahead to the next game for the Bobcats, they play on Wednesday, home again against Marist. Eric, what are your predictions for that game?
So I think it's going to be a similar result. The Bobcats are going to lose this one in 5 sets. As you mentioned, it's a tough turnaround. Only 2 days really to practice before the Wednesday match. Also, the teams actually played each other up at Poughkeepsie, that match being a 3-1 game with Marist coming out on top in that one as well. Marist also is a good team. They're 3rd place right now in the MAC conference with 4-1 record. So overall, I think it's going to be a similar result. Tough match for the Bobcats here, but they are at home, so I'll give them 5 sets for this one, Katie.
We'll see what happens. That's again this Wednesday at 7 p.m. here in Burt Con for the women's volleyball team. For Eric Kerr, I'm Katie O'Keefe. Thanks for tuning in.